What's up, Go enthusiasts? Today we are guessing ranks again. This time not with Loving Sun, but with GoGoGooplet. I'm going to try to bring in guests from all around the Go community. Today, Gooplet, a famous YouTuber and Twitch streamer like me, is going to be guessing ranks alongside me. We're going to guess 5 games today. I recorded a full session. There's going to be another episode coming soon. The final 5 games that we guessed. See if you can guess along with us and maybe do a little bit better than I did. Okay, so the first game here that we have was a correspondence game on OGS. So it was played with the normal correspondence settings where you get 3 days at first and then 1 day for every move that you play. So that's kind of interesting. We haven't seen any correspondence games yet. What do you say we look at some subset of moves in the middle of the game? Maybe moves 50 to 90, something. Maybe moves 50 to 100, and try and figure out how good these players are. Huh?
My impression of correspondence games is that people don't seem to take them as seriously. So I am curious what this will look like.
Yeah, you never know, because some people do take them very seriously and spend like hours on a move, and then some people are more like, let's just throw a stone down and see what happens. None of it matters, you know. So we'll have to see. So far, so we hop in here at move 50. We're gonna go to move 100. It looks like it's a pretty reasonable, shapely game, right?
Right? Makes
We have
sense
some
to me.
Josekis in the other corners, and then this corner is a crazy intense fight, which I love to see. Oh, you might have to give me a moment.
It looks like it started from a normal Joseki too. So
Yeah. So black played this Hane, which is definitely the correct move, and then white pincered from the other side. Honestly, that's I think quite impressive. When white chooses to play from the outside here, that means that they recognize that they can't live inside, right? So instead they're going to go for a capture race or just a sacrifice. I think that's the correct call here. And then black played from the outside again. Wow, intense. And white filled here. Probably it would be a bit better to have filled from this side, since black still wouldn't be able to cut, as there's a throw-in sequence like so. Wah bang.
all right.
So if you play that one, then you can both fill in the Liberty like normal, and then you can also chase like this one does, but you can also chase the cutting points that black has. You can mess with him a bit.
If white starts with O2, doesn't white need to add another move on the outside still?
Yeah, so you'll just take the Liberty on the outside next move. But you play O2 first to give that P3 cutting point. So this way, it's also fine though. And when black plays here, and in fact it can even be better. So maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. And white breaks the bamboo. I love breaking the bamboo. So far they've been playing great. And black plays here. White Hanes. Wow. So ambitious and aggressive by white. I think that's good. It's a good sign, right? If you're ambitious and aggressive and you're not like shattering, must be good.
I do like the breaking bamboo move. I feel like at my rank, I play that all the time, and I also see other people play that all the time, even when it doesn't make sense to play it. So
Yeah. But even in this situation, it also makes sense. So that's lucky. It's a good move. Black, on the other hand, I think actually saving these 4 stones might be a little suspect. But I understand why he did it. Like, obviously you want to save the stones, but it seems like they are getting in some trouble for that.
I'm 3Q AGA, Herv.
Ah, yes. We should probably just do something where we introduce ourselves, right? Hello.
Right.
I'm Telegraph. You know me. I got Fox 9 done recently. I'm like, I don't know, 5 done AGA, 6 done AGA, something. I don't remember. You're 3Q AGA on Fox. You're what, 2 done?
Yeah, that's right.
So, you're supposed to be the resident Q player, but you have a Don rank online, so that's not okay. You gotta.
Okay, but I'm 4Q on OGS, so.
Okay. 4Q OGS. We'll parade that. So it's the Don versus the Q. Okay. We'll see whether you can recognize your fellow Q players' ranks better than I can recognize their ranks. I want to believe that I know from all of this experience, all the time I've played Go, how good people are. But maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe, just maybe. In the game So white just connected their cutting point, and they seem to be getting a lot of territory here. This is exactly why this sacrifice is well planned. Why that jump down originally was well planned is that white recognized, okay, I lost that fight, but I can get something else. And then leaving like this, I have to say this is the first part that doesn't really make that much sense to me. It feels like if you're gonna leave, why didn't you connect the cutting point at A instead, so that they didn't have this annoying Atari that forces you into an empty triangle, or lets them capture a stone in Sente. This is also good for black. And black is gonna attack the group on the right side, which I think is a great idea from black. I love to see that. And white just tried to run. White could have been running with this shape. This one is super annoying for black. Super hard to play against, where there's a threat to throw in here and to capture that stone, or to throw in an Atari. So that was a much sharper move if they would have found one, but this one is just sort of loose. And so, wait, ran? I'm not guessing how bad people are. I'm still guessing how good people are. I can respect that all sorts of people have gained a lot of Go power. You know, if you're a Dawn level player, that means you're an expert in Go, in my opinion. And there's nothing to be disrespected there. I'm not calling people bad here. That's not the point. But L3 seems useless now. Black is trying to prove you wrong, just as you said it, Rolling Ghoststone. Trying to save their group. I don't know whether that's going to work out.
It doesn't look like there's enough space to live, right?
Yeah, but then white just played away. To me, this is crazy. I mean, black is, of course, going to spend this kind of a sliding move. White could have just played a move inside at any point, especially here, and then this black is super limited. But when black gets to run like that, and now it looks very hard to kill. White seems to be thinking that their initiative is more global. And like, I'm going to attack the other groups on the outside. But you just let black on the outside take a stone in Sente, so it seems hard to attack that one. Black is like so flexible. Man.
Like white just gave up a group in the lower right hand corner to get a bunch of stuff on the lower side, and then gave that up too. It feels strange.
You give something up, give something up, give something up. When do you get something, right? When's the point where we actually pay it off? And so yeah, honestly, I'm not sure whether this is because it's a correspondence game or whether it's because black is a good player. But black is not attached at all to what they have been doing. Like, black very, very easily just gave up his stones over here and switched back to here and switched back to here and switched back over here. Like, black is completely changing his direction all the time. And I think it's always a good decision. Like, he's always doing it in a good way. So, that flexibility is letting black get to all these big points, even though white is trying to say, I'm attacking you, I'm attacking you, I'm attacking you. Black is just slipping away from everything, just like Zichen just did to me earlier today. Yeah, this attack from the outside here that black did is super successful. White was like, surely I don't have to live, and they probably read a variation regarding this, where they're like, okay, even if you connect at B, then I can play this A move in Sente, and like with my throw, and I can get that in Sente and maybe live or something like that. I commend the choice to play away from that area. That was really good. But eventually it just comes back anyway. It feels like black is the bully. I don't know. We only get to see a couple more moves. This is it. This is the end of what we get to see. Now it's time to guess the rank.
Okay, looking at this, I can't tell if that black group on the bottom is able to live in the end. I haven't the slightest clue. That looks like something that can be killable by white. But both players are playing away, which makes me think that I'm missing something here.
Yeah, that bottom group is definitely something I wouldn't play away from personally. I think I would try to handle it somehow, but it does seem a little difficult. Like what they read, I'm sure, is just the most basic way. If white plays like this, then connects like so. Then black should be able to live this because it has enough space. There's a few ways to live it actually. I think this one lives, and then also that this one lives. And so then it's like, well, I want to do something more aggressive than that. And you actually can. So one way that I would be thinking to do this is to play this move. And then when they play here, to play push and hane, like so. Then if they answer and connect, then I could cut like that. So that would work for white. And then capturing those stones should be enough to kill the rest of the black group. Black shouldn't have enough space left.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
and probably black would die to this one. So I think I would try this. It seems at least like black would have to give up a lot if they managed to not die somehow. So yeah, that group is definitely weak. But overall, these guys had a lot of self-direction. Like they had a lot of agency in their decision making, right? They could do anything that they wanted, and they chose a lot of good things with that agency, right? Like they kept on doing stuff that they could see themselves actually doing and made good on it all over the board, right?
Yeah. And we're guessing their OGS ranks, right?
We're guessing
This is
their
a silly
OGS
question.
ranks, yeah. So
Okay.
I think that these players would be Don ranked on Fox. I think they're very good. But maybe they wouldn't be Don ranked on OGS, because OGS is harsh. I'm not sure. Correspondence games on OGS, I think, is a little easier to get a higher rank.
I mean, my general impression from this is that these players are stronger than me. Uh, their shape feels more solid than mine, and some moves that I didn't think looked great ended up working.
Right,
So it's just making me think that they have a slightly better understanding of things
right,
than I
right,
do.
right.
And there are also little things like the group on the bottom that I would think maybe do need an extra move, like you said. So I think they can't be too much stronger than me, but I'm not sure. Could be totally off there. It's hard to tell with this many moves.
That K2 stuff that I showed is pretty high level, so I would expect even Don players to miss that and not
Yeah.
understand what's going on. Um,
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready to guess?
Oof. I don't know. Oh, okay. So how does this work? So there are two players. Are we assuming they're both similarly ranked, or
Yes. So
what's?
let's go. So before we had all the ranks are the same. This could be different ranks. So let's go with the lower rank. Okay, the lowest rank here is the one that is the one that we're supposed to guess. So if you think black
Okay.
is a 9 Dan Pro and Wei is a 2Q, then you guess 2Q.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, I think I'm set. I think I have a good guess.
I'm ready to guess.
All right, ready? Chat, is anyone gonna guess in chat? No one cares. You can just type it in. Do your best. I'm gonna count us down. 3, 2, 1, bang. Ah.
Okay.
Torb G said OGS 2 Dan. I also said OGS 2 Dan. This is OGS, of course. Gooplet said 1Q, which is a good guess as well.
Yeah, I'm
L4,
worried that I'm
1Q.
on the lower end of this, and it's going to be a little insulting. I'm sorry if I've offended you.
No, these players weren't perfectly sharp. So you would sort of expect that in a correspondence game that the Don players are going to find more sharp things to do, right? Like that gives them more
Yeah.
time to read and find some cool sequence, that sort of thing. And these players both basically they just had good direction and good basics, which is usually enough to get done, but maybe in correspondence not so much. 1Q is a good guess for sure. All right, let's take a look at the game 1 answers. Result, Wait plus Resignation. Wait's rank 1Q, Black's rank 2 Dan. We were both right. You got it though. It was Wait was a 1Q and Black was a 2 Dan. I see. So that's why Black was playing around everywhere and thinking he was better. I see. Black actually saw
Okay.
his rank was better, so he was like, I can Tanuki everything.
Mhm. And it seemed to be working for a while.
It did seem to. It may have even worked in the end, but Wait did win Resignation
Mhm.
somewhere there. We can take a look at the end if you'd like. But in the meantime, I should tell you about the point system. So I get 3 points for that, and you get 0 for having guessed it perfectly right. So the point system, I get 1 point for every rank that I'm off, and 1 point for being off in the first place. So if I was off by only 1 rank, I would have 2 points, and off by 2 ranks, I get 3 points. If I was off by 7 ranks, I'd get 8 points. Since you got it exactly right, you get 0 points. So that's the way I have a little bonus for getting it exactly right on the dot. Very, very well done. And it's golf rules. So we're going to look at, I think, 10 games today. Guess the rank of 10 games. And at the end, whoever has less points wins.
Oh wait, so with the 1 point for getting off at all, is that if we were both off, we would both get 1 point? No
Yeah, so
matter how
each point
much?
is calculated, I'm just thinking of it with us entirely separately. So since you
Okay,
got it exactly right, you have 0 points. If I got it slightly off, then I'd have the 1 point, and each rank I was off is another point.
gotcha.
Since black's name is in characters and white's name is in um, English, I believe that Wei is the person who submitted this. Uh, Wei is running out of ladder. This ladder seems to work, right? I think it works. Yeah, it works. Interesting. Black plays a ladder breaker. Wow. We came in at the perfect time. Oh, yes. I froze your camera by
Okay.
accident. That was my bad. My bad.
Oh yeah.
I will never do that again.
Sure. Let's see. Ooh, ladder breaker from here. I feel like I would generally assume that if somebody is playing that Joseki in the top right hand corner and they are playing a ladder breaker as well, they are definitely stronger than me.
Mm.
I have never seen that Joseki at my rank or below.
Yeah, that's true. This is
So
a Joseki that's much more popular at higher levels because people like
yeah.
to fight against each other, and then this is a common thing that you get when you fight against each other. The ladder though, and then the ladder breaker, you're right that this is crazy. Like a lot of people will be a little bit more chill if they're a lower rank here, but the higher ranks have no chill. So I'm
Yeah.
curious what Wade did. Wade just decided to connect. Does that mean the ladder is gonna work now? I think it does. And then Wade gave it up to cut here instead. Wow, they've traded so actively. This is a high level sign, I think. Black decided to fix the ladder, which makes a lot of sense, and then White could fix over here. I think this result is definitely good for Black, but um, understandable play by both players. Seems to make sense. They play another Joseki. Ooh, White plays this one. This is one of my favorites,
Why did
personally.
why did Black need to take the ladder there instead of responding to White's R15?
Oh, he didn't need to, but he chose
Okay.
to. If he would do this one, then eventually here, he has to answer anyway. And then it's like White can kind of take some initiative there since
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for Black to keep fighting when he has a ladder to take. So he's just like, let me just fix my problem, and you can fix your problem, and then let's move on. And that makes a lot of sense because this ladder, White could have played any move over here, and it would be Sente. So the capturing it should be worth at least as much as any move over there, which is a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
There. This Atari, I think, is bad. I think Wade is not that comfortable with this. Isn't it odd to first exchange d5 and then capture? But that's what made him able to capture the ladder breaker. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to. The ladder would have worked for White. Okay, so they're playing not a Joseki here, just an interesting corner fight. They're playing something that's definitely not Joseki, but they're just making it up as they go along. And it seems like Black has decided to take the corner territory quite a bit too hard, and that White is getting some nice influence in return.
Mm-hmm.
But the game settled pretty easily. Without any crazy fighting. Black settled, White settled, and then Black moved on. Black is very fast. Wow, this attaching crosscut is a common good move when you have the preparation here and here. So this makes it so that White has White has no way to split any black shape because these two black stones are perfectly prepared. I wonder whether White will fight or Tanuki. Tanuki is the most common answer here. But when he fights like this, you can see that now there's no way for him to break through this shape because the one space jump is already prepared for that as well. So Black
Mm-hmm.
knew about that. He knew about the shape, which is exactly 4 space low to high. Your opponent invades here, you can attach and crosscut, and it's a good shape for Black. And Wei tries to over concentrate the corner. This seems like a very high level game, and this is where we get to end seeing it. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I would say this game is probably not professional level because the opening result was not balanced, and professionals would have read that out a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think this is the super highest level ever, but it is quite good. I don't think players are making any obvious mistakes. They're making some small mistakes with like how the game is supposed to continue to play out, but nothing that's too crazy. What do you think?
I am having. Well, I was sort of just trying to get a grip on. Like, it looks like the top right, bottom right, similar territory wise. Like, I don't know. It seems like kind of balanced in terms of territory at this point, and I don't know. It seems like black stuff on the right isn't doing very much because it's undercut by white
Yeah,
having captured the S15 stone.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
Black diving into the
um,
corner did him no favors there with his group on the right.
I don't know. It definitely does feel like this game is a little over my head at this point, though.
Sure. You get that nice baseline to compare to. You can keep telling whether the
Yeah,
game is better or worse than you, and
like I have by saying that it's better than me, I've eliminated what, like 20 possible Q ranks. So
but I also eliminated those ranks, surely, right? I knew this is pretty
I
good.
guess so.
Remember, this is a Fox game, so the rank will be
Hmm.
pretty high. Are you ready to guess?
I feel like it hasn't been enough moves, but sure.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. 6 dan and 5 dan.
Okay.
Everyone is putting some mid dan.
Yeah.
I guess because I disparaged them a bit, no one wants to put 9 dan. Makes sense. I don't think it's 9 dan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 5 or 6 dan sounds just about right for this kind of player. 5 or 6 dan is on Fox. That's sort of the level which I agree to think of. Like, you never die accidentally. You're just always doing something that you think is decent, but you're often wrong about what is decent, right? You're not playing the blue moves all the time, anything like that. Which seems like about what we saw from this game. So let's take a look here and see what are the answers. Both are 6 dan. Let's go!
Darn. Okay.
So
Oh,
that means that I got 0 points and you got 2 points. One for being off and one for being off by 1 rank.
are these all going to be like mid to high done games? Because
You know,
I'm totally out of my element for this.
I thought that all of these would be, since they're viewer submissions, I thought I had more Q player submissions. So I thought they would all be Q games. I thought we would almost never see any Haidon submissions, because why would Haidons be watching my guess the rank video? And like, but it seems that so far we've been getting a lot of Haidon submissions, or Dan level submissions, high skill submissions. This is an interesting game to hop into here. I have no idea what happened on the bottom side there. Black must have been capturing some stones.
I see.
Well, you got a bunch
Gosh,
of
I kind of
territory
wish
in
we
the
started
left.
earlier now.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a crazy position to hop in.
Yeah. I guess there was the on the right bottom right side that looks like a 3-3 invasion, but
But someone pushed
white
way too many
descended
times,
early.
right? Something like that. And then, yeah,
I
White
guess
descended
so.
early, and then Black pushed a bunch, and then he came back to answer. That's probably what happened.
Okay.
White did connect Q5, but I do that sometimes, so that doesn't mean they were bad.
Uh, this looks much better for white, right?
I think so, yeah. I think White should be doing well. What would he do if you were Black? Is Black to move?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I guess could we try pulling out? I don't know. Is it possible to pull out the J13 stone? That
I
seems
I think it's possible, but it's probably not good to do right now because you
okay.
won't really attack the weight sticks. I think at the moment.
Hmm. I guess
I think I would
try
try to
building
invade at C17 if I were playing.
invade at C17.
Yeah, yeah. Try and get something
Okay,
back. Start some fight.
makes sense.
Be a bully.
Oh.
Black ran out the stone like you. Interesting. Interesting.
Ha. Okay, so they think like me.
Okay, okay. And then white played Atari, and on top. Wow. Very interesting. So this one should be like I can almost capture you, but maybe black can break out. Black is going to try and break out like this and push here. It's just barely... Is it working or not? It's actually intense.
Wait. I mean, white can cut here, right?
And then black is going to chase these
fine.
stones, right? And now white has 2 liberties and black has 3, so white needs to expand. Oh, but they just took right away. That means it's a sacrifice for white. Oh, but then they didn't even connect. Okay, but even though black managed to win this fight locally, it feels like white got all the stones where they wanted, right? Like white still managed to get the active stones outside, and like black didn't get that much territory in the end, right? Definitely this was a little bit imprecisely played though. They could have done a bit better.
Sure.
White just plays Hane R1 Q1 and block here. Wow. White loves their endgame. Straight to endgame.
And
Do not
it
pass
feels
go.
like black doesn't really have a way to get many more points at this point, so...
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this game should just be a win for white if nothing goes wrong. They just captured here. They're so passive. They don't even want to live without capturing. They're just like, I just captured. The game is over.
Yeah. And again, we're still only guessing the weaker player.
Only guessing the weaker player. So our guess will be for how good black is, not how good white is.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Black actually managed to do something. White did this a little naively, allowing this one. Allowing that one. And then black managed to capture the corner. That's huge. That's huge. Instead, of course, it would be much better if we had done this one. And then if black does this, black can only come back here, and white can still locally live with the push. Oh, maybe it's still a little annoying. Maybe you have to play it this way, but diagonal is still definitely better than this way. Wow, so this, suddenly black reverses the game over here. But I went over the move limit. We have to go back. That's crazy.
What server is this again?
Ah, that's a good question. I don't actually know the server for every single one of these games. Some people put, yes, so this game, unfortunately, the person put the server in the document that tells me what rank they are. So I do not know.
So should we guess 2 ranks then?
Sure,
Like,
we can guess for if it's on Fox or if it's on OGS, but I'm just gonna tell you, I think this is an OGS game. It has the feeling that it's an OGS game to me.
So, sorry, where did we get to move 150?
Yes, we got to move 160. To be honest, I was too interested in the game. I forgot to check there.
Okay. I kind of feel like, I mean, that shape stuff on the right side is something that seems like something that I would play, like or something that I would be actively looking for around that point when it happened.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I would guess that they're around my rank on OGS.
Yeah, but we're guessing black, right? So black, you think is around your rank? Really? I don't know.
Close, like not too much lower.
Not too much lower? I feel like you're baiting me here. You're trying to make me seem out of touch by saying something completely wrong, and then I don't know that you're completely like lying to me. Surely you're much better than this, right?
I think I have my guess. I guess for OGS and Fox, just in case.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I have to guess for both. It's kind of different. Kind of tough. All right. I'm ready.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Bang. Oh, interesting. So I went lower than you did. I went lower. I thought that these... Because, to me, if you play this kind of game where you're just sitting there and waiting and saying, I won the game, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait, often your opponent will trigger something like this, you know? They'll find something and then you're like, oh no, how could I lose? But really you gave yourself the pressure to be perfect for the whole game. So it makes the game way harder on you, right? So I feel like Wait
I
probably does that a lot, where if they miss one thing, they lose the game. And that's, that makes the game very difficult to play. It seems like that
Well,
would
that
put the rank
definitely
down, right?
happens at my rank.
Sure. But there's some people who, if they miss one thing, then they can still win the game, and they just keep fighting, and that's it. It feels like maybe that was Black in this game. So I respect the way that Black plays the game like that they're really trying the whole game, and yet I think that their skill is not that high. Like the first initial decision that we were talking about, where Black decided to run here, is not something that, like, I don't know. I feel like a one Dan would not want to run that. I don't think there's any one Dans who would want to run that right away, unless they were like really desperate. Maybe Black was, but I don't know.
I mean, like I said, that was the first thing
That is
jumped
what
out
you
to me
thought,
when
and you
playing
are
this
a Fox
game.
Dawn player, so I guess I'm
Yeah.
crazy. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the ranks. The answers: played on OGS, both players 4Q.
4Q.
Dang,
Sweet.
I thought they were 7Q. What? They're 4Q.
Man, you really got me going there. I almost like honestly I wanted to guess 4Q initially, but I went lower because
I bamboozled you. I got you good.
yeah.
My bad. Darn. Okay, so
Hey,
that
you're
means you
playing a
get.
psychological game over here.
Yeah, clearly. Although I'm psyching myself out much worse. All right, you get 2 points. I got 4, and we move on to round number 4. We're never gonna look at the opening. I guess you can just surmise the opening when you just see move 50. Ooh, kind of interesting to surmise this one. Huh?
Okay. Well, the top right looks Josek-ish. The bottom left, Joseki.
Yeah, things look Josek-ish. That's a good word for it. I would never actually play any of these, but
Well, at my rank, I see those a lot.
sure.
So
That's a good sign. That's a good
yeah,
good clue. Thanks for telling me.
I should have kept that to myself, huh?
Ah. All right, so if I were Black, I'm absolutely 100% sealing in the group in the upper right. It's by far the biggest move, I think. What? This direction. So this looks like, my first instinct when I see this move is that I think double digit Q. Like, you just push on the first line. But I think this is actually the kind of first line push that sometimes the stronger players would make as well. Not that stronger players are that strong, but like some single digit Qs are still pushing in to break their opponent's area, right?
Yeah, I mean, like that's the kind of move that someone at my rank plays. Like I have played that kind of thing if I think that it prevents them from getting any eyes.
If they're not surrounded, please never do this again. Like, always surround
Okay.
first, okay?
I promise. Especially if we're playing Parago.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I think usually Wade played the correct vital point, by the way, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
And then Black did not surround again. They're really trying to kill. This is quite crazy. And Wade isn't running out. Like, I mean, I know this is the correct vital point for living, but like all the time, if Wade just runs out here, Black can't surround that. So like, it's just good for like Wade just totally destroys Black. The stone has no meaning anymore, right? If you just run out. So these answers are, I'm not really a fan.
Is
Black
O15
pincers.
the move for Black instead?
Yes,
there?
of course. If I were
Yeah.
playing, I would have played here twice every single move, and then also on Sunday, one more time. It's really important. But it never gets played. Even now, I'd still play it, by the way. It's so important. But pincer instead here. This is like Black trying to build from their wall, but you aren't usually supposed to pincer that lower left group close, because it's very strong, so you don't have any follow-up, right? Like, there's no next move for Black, really.
Mm-hmm.
So White could just counter pincer this. That's what I would do. Perfect. Yeah. And White plays like that, and White just takes the base. Beautiful. So Black made some small error with like how they were making the direction, and then White punished it exactly, which is impressive. And then this stuff. This always happens at like somewhere between 5Q and 1 Dan. Is this thing happens every time.
Black should block the other way, right?
Black should block the other way. This one is also good. This is not like This is not good for white to do, but everyone is like, what? How can you say it's not good for white to do when you're getting the territory? But this kind of thing, white is getting broken. Like this is super, super unfun for white to play this kind of thing, or even if black would play here. Like basically white is just getting squeezed. And it would be the same if it went like this and then black chose to play it from that side after they cut. This is also broken.
Like the C13 stone needs to be closer, right?
Yes.
Like
Yes, you need to
C12.
have more support to be able to do this. But
Yeah.
when black does this one, this is exactly why it happens all the time at 5q to 1 on, is that people don't know exactly the right way to punish, and then they, like just that one move, it made it from very bad for white to very bad for black, and just right away. And if white would have just answered here, white clearly has all the territory. But instead they did this move, which is crazy. I have no idea what they're talking about. Black can obviously break.
Yeah.
What the heck is happening?
Oh, do you know the rank for this one? Sorry, forgot to.
No, I know the rank for none of them.
I mean, sorry, the server.
Oh, the server for this one.
Yeah.
I forgot to. Like, this is on OGS, which I could have told you
Okay.
again because this
Yeah.
stuff that never happens on Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Fox players would have run out as well. They know. They know to run out. Surely. So now white is getting attacked really hard for no particular reason, and counterattacks. I mean, this is the correct way to defend, but it's kind of weird to get in yourself in like this much trouble and then play the correct way to defend, where you're giving it up, and this is not the correct way. So the meaning of this is the correct way to defend is you're supposed to just give that up on the left side for now. Later on, you can play this and live, but for now, it's best to just push a few times, allow black to cut that off if he wants, and then to counterattack this group. That's really important. So especially if you can run out from this side, and then to make a peep and surround that, that would be the best way to defend this, is to not defend it, because it sucks. But instead we defend it, so that's not good. And just run out. Black plays sharply towards the liberties. I do like that. Oh, wait, had to back off and got split. I can see that white can read, right? White can read. White is like, oh, if I play here, then I'm cut and I can't ladder this. So they tried to save some other way. But they didn't use their reading to then make a good position. They just read the thing that sees their stunts. And then they got shattered. This is, I think this is a somewhat familiar story to a lot of people. I remember playing like this when I was the white player a lot of the time.
Yeah, me too.
It's tough. But yeah. It's all white's fault for not connecting in the first place. Like, if they just connected instead of playing here, it would have been so much better. And since then, they're like aware. They're trying their best, but their game is ruined.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to build instead of defending themselves. That's not good. And then they defended themselves. Okay, this is a very strange game. They like do things correct and then horribly wrong and then correct and then horribly wrong, back and forth. I don't really understand. But it's on OGS.
Maybe that's relatable.
What do you think about this game? How are you feeling?
Oof. Well, I'm pretty confident saying that it's a lower rank than me. But beyond that, like, I don't think it feels like a DDK game. I mean, the Josekis feel too Josek-ish, you know?
Yeah, the stuff that they know, they really know, right? Like, when they're doing the thing that they know they're supposed to do, they do it properly, they do it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, right?
Yeah. This makes it challenging, though.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I feel like chat has the range from 10Q to 8Q, and yeah, I think I know what I want to guess.
Okay. We shouldn't let ourselves be influenced by chat too much, you know? Maybe chat is all...
Chat is 9 professional.
Yeah, but that means they're all elitists, you know? They're totally out of touch.
Yeah, that's right. Completely. Like you.
Exactly.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Alright. I'm thinking chat is underestimating these guys. I think these guys are good players. I've got to guess.
Okay. I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Wow.
Okay.
8Q. But I think these guys are pretty good. They just made like a couple mistakes that are really glaring and then make you hate their position. Like it's like a few mistakes, like the just this one b14 move that made all the rest of the moves that White played here look really bad. But to be honest, they weren't that
Mhm.
bad. It's just like the b14 move originally made the position so bad that even a 6Q would have a hard time to do anything, right?
Yep, it's fair. I feel like I don't know. I remember some strong DDK streamers who would play like the Don shape a lot and
Yeah,
not necessarily have the follow up or the understanding for it.
right.
And I think they were somewhere generally in around the 9Q range when they were doing that. And I don't know. So this just seems like something that would happen there, especially if this is somebody who watches Twitch.
That's true. My
So
viewers are more likely to have a solid theoretical understanding and then no clue how to practically do it, right? Because if they watch the
maybe. I don't know.
they can learn the theoretical understanding, but you guys have to play games to practice to be able to actually use it, you know? All right, let's see the answers. The answers: Black 8Q, White 6Q on OGS.
Oh, wait, no, that's
Ah,
good for me.
no, you got it right because it's the weaker
Yeah.
player. Darn. I didn't think Black was the weaker player here. What? I was exactly right that White was 6Q, but I thought Black was better. Oh man, Black is 8Q because they play still moves like N19, S18. Ah.
Yeah, Monzilla and OG rocket scientist have got this down.
They're clean. They know the OGS ranks by
Yeah.
heart, huh? Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Man, I'm getting farmed. How is this happening to me? My points are so high. I already have to change. I have to like shrink this 10 and put it down. Oh my goodness. Oh no.
All right.
175. All right, here we are. Whew, this looks like a Fox game. They weren't lying. Everything is cut. Some things are dying. Maybe more than some.
Um. Well, that black group in the
Mm-hmm.
top left is dead, and we know that black tries an invasion at in the top left. So
Yeah,
happens.
something happened
So
here where that's dead. Something happened for sure.
yeah. Um.
Hmm.
And black died in the lower left too, but black ends up getting the whole right side of the board.
Yeah, it
So
honestly looks
that's
like,
something.
although Black died several times, it's still relatively close.
Hmm.
That usually means it's high level. Usually, at lower level players, when they die, the game is not close. But when high level players die, the game is close. Still, right? Just as a general pattern.
Yeah.
Wait, answered this. So that means they were very aware that Black could play at F2 and then short their liberties and try to kill them.
Hmm.
Nice display by White there. And then Black tried to make the liberty race as hard as possible. I think this is exactly right. Not sure. White goes to win the liberty race, and Black plays another big move. This looks good. This looks like high level play. I like this O3 move. It's better than the other ways to enclose the corner because it has a relationship to those two forcing moves that Black took earlier.
Makes sense.
That move is forcing. Okay. He's playing his endgame. He's trying to mess around with his white group, try to make some life. It doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Doesn't work at all. But he got that move as Sente. So he's like, yes, let's go. Got it with the move in Sente. This is not... that was not a game. That was just like a whole bunch of exchanges that didn't do anything.
Okay.
This
And then
this sequence makes me think
co-threat
it's not pro. Because pros would not... They would keep those moves as their co-threats and play on the right side 1st.
Mhm.
But this move is good. Play Q7 is challenge. Yeah, this is exactly what Black is planning to do. It does break down here, but Black says it does not break down. So this is really intense.
Interesting.
And finally, it ends up being a squeeze. Interesting. Some trading here that happens. Black had planned that, by the way, from the moment that he played Q7. He thought, like, oh, if I get cut, then I think I can fight it. Personally speaking, I wouldn't have planned that. I wouldn't try to do that because Wei had better raise here. Instead of playing directly into Black's plan, Wei could have tried to attach first and make it work. and then black has almost nothing to do but to like either die in the corner or die in the center here and get broken, right? But
Mhm.
Wait tried to do it the most blunt, direct way, and then Wait unfortunately died for his Neanderthalism. Oh, okay. So this is super intense because Wait wants to save the corner, but doesn't want to lose the side, and doesn't want to like die in the corner by themselves. So they're trying to fight against this black group, but that black group is alive, so black is obviously going to come back here and allow Wait to play the Atari K2, even though that's annoying. Black is still alive, so he's happy with that.
Mhm.
And Wait played some Sente move that technically works because, like, what Wait was reading here is, hey, if you play this one, then I can chase you like that. Haha! So you have to just answer. But that doesn't mean that's bad for black. Like, answering like that is still just gaining something for black anyway. And then finally Wait plays here, and black does this, and we get to guess the rank. This is a Fox game, remember. Fox game.
Okay. I feel like I have an idea of what I want to guess already.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's tricky because like this is definitely that Liberty Race and stuff in the lower left hand corner. I know for a fact. Two Dons on Fox. We do not understand Liberty Races at all. That's not a thing that we do. We just play them and then we play superfluous moves into the Liberty Race that we don't need after we've already won.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I definitely above two Don.
Would there be a pro game in the mix? So the viewers just sent me games, and if you would like to send me games, then you can send me games through to on Discord or at telegraphgo@gmail.com. If you just send me a game with the players' ranks removed and then a text file that has the players' ranks, then that is much appreciated for me. I love to guess ranks at the viewer games, have some engagement here. Um, the viewers could send any game that they want and have any. A lot of them have been, I think, sending their own games, which is cool because I get to comment on them. But if they wanted, they could send me Parsing One's game, and I would have no idea. I'd have to figure that out myself, right? So there very well may be pro games in the mix here, and there may not be. Who knows? I am shocked by the average level of viewer submissions so far. It's been really good. We haven't had a double Q game yet, but we've had all these on games. Crazy. You guys are sick. The community is so good at Go. um, by that I mean, by the way, that this is definitely a Don game. If you couldn't tell, the way Q players are playing so
Of course, the
accurately.
way that you refer to this as a high quality game multiple times throughout the game makes me think that my guess might be a little low. But
But it wasn't that high quality, right? Like they did all these exchanges in the upper left for no reason, and then
right.
um, the variation in the bottom right, I think that most of the super high level, like I don't think this game is 9 Dan. A 9 Dan would never have just played that out the basic way that White does. They'd always find some trick or something. Hmm.
Okay, I've got my final answer.
Okay, this game was on Fox, so I will guess. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Ah, once again, I've gone 6
Ooh,
Dan and you
close.
got 5 Dan, just like before.
Yeah. I was leaning for Don, but I figured nope. Telegraph says it's a high quality game. Can't be for Don.
No, but it could be 4 Dan. It could be 4 Dan. I can imagine that.
Okay.
It just feels like. Remember, when we entered this game, the game was pretty close, but Black had died like twice. And then the way that Black was playing around the situations where he died was good. It was not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he did good things where he died. That's in general when the 5 Dons, when the 4 Dons die, they lose some calmness. They go a little crazy,
Yeah.
right? And so I respect this player's ability to maintain balance through the game, despite, I mean, clearly they made some mistakes and they could have been punished, but they still tried to keep the game
Yeah.
close and going. And I don't know, 5 Dan, 6 Dan, quite close again. When are you gonna make a really bad guess, Gooplet? Come on, I gotta catch up. This is too easy for you. Too good. Answer: Fox 3 Dan.
Oh. I should have gone with 4.
And the viewer was white. Oh,
Godzilla
man.
got this so much better.
OG rocket scientist is nailing everything. My goodness.
Oh wow, OG Rocket Side. Oh yeah, nice.
Shout out to you. Well done, well done. But my points keep going up. Stop. Stop. I thought when I guessed 6 Dan that I was guessing like conservatively. I thought I was like, maybe it's 7 Dan or even 8, but 6 Dan should be fine. But no.
Gosh.
Dang.
Honestly, as a Fox 2 Don, I'm like kind of intimidated by this because I'm like, wow, there is a gap between me at 2 Don and Fox 3 Don. I don't like this.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a crazy. I've got to see, how did Fox 3 Dan make a good sacrifice? I've never seen a Fox 3 Dan make a good sacrifice before. I'm not kidding. Usually they make a bad sacrifice. Maybe this was just a bad sacrifice, but it looked like it was a good sacrifice. That's definitely what happened, actually. This is definitely a very bad variation. It looked good in retrospect, like when I'm just looking at it from the center. This is super bad. Okay, never mind. It looked like it was a good sacrifice because it looked like Black had done stuff on the other side, but Black never did anything, and just fed White the game there. And then he was calm later, but it didn't matter anymore, I guess, because White probably still won since White was the person who submitted it. Thank you all for watching. Type in the comments below how many points that you got if you guessed the ranks alongside me. And even if you didn't, I'll have another Guess the Rank up next week, the second episode of this, to celebrate the upcoming AGHS charity Guess the Rank event. I'll link that in the description and in a pinned comment below, probably for a week or two. I really, really recommend that you guess the ranks for charity on this upcoming 18th and 19th of this month of May for the American Go Honor Society. It's going to be a great event. See you soon.